the text message. You have to click on the very first link, the very first one. There you go. That's the one. Okay. So yes, this is us in reality. Yes, this is the way things happen before we go live.
The way it is.
Click on the very first link. There we go. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Well, welcome everybody. We are super excited to be here today. We've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be sharing today, which is going to be amazing. And we got a rock star that we're going to be introducing today. It's going to be explaining a little bit more about this amazing, awesome technology known as X39. It is a stem cell activation patch, and it has changed our lives dramatically. So the cool thing about this is that now I'm going to make my wife co-host too. So let me do this real quick. There we go. So we got now 3 co-hosts. There we go. Yes. Okay, awesome. So the cool thing about this is that, again, for us, we knew nothing about the company, knew nothing about the product until we had a few people talking to us about this. My beautiful wife, Mena.
Hello, everyone.
From South Africa. Yes.
Just catching up.
Exactly. It's been a busy morning. I would say productive morning, because busy means being under Satan's yoke.
Right.
It's like being on a hamster wheel. We don't want that, so we want to be productive.
Texting back and forth with Gina Merritt because
they're putting us up on the teaching schedule, which is kind of cool. And so anyway, Mena can kick it off real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about this, and then we're going to introduce our guest.
Hello, everyone. So this is Greg and Mena Warmbier out of Sarasota, Florida, and excited to have you all on here. And you know, some of you are coming in from Europe or South Africa. Some of you might be on here from the US, Canada area. And so whatever time of day it is, we say welcome and thank you for joining us. We're grateful to have you on. We are not medically trained professionals at all. Nope. We do have someone who will be sharing, and she is a health coach and a fitness coach as well. But so grateful that some people have a little bit more education than us in that area. But you know, this all works together. We're not here to tell you that the product actually cures, mitigates anything that you may have. But we've seen in over 3 years that we've been involved with this company, the amazing results that people are getting. Do invite your friends. You don't want them to miss out. So if you see that there's someone on here or someone hasn't yet arrived on the Zoom that you've invited, you want to send them a quick text, let them know we're getting started, and we're going to get started.
Yep. So the very first thing we asked up here, have you been patched yet? So if you haven't been patched yet, that's the reason why we're here. We're going to be sharing this amazing technology. And my wife is an attorney. I'm going to have her share a couple of things. Why is this not allowing me to forward? I love how this does this. I've been having little problems with Zoom recently, and there we go. Okay, there we go. So Mena, you want to read these disclosures since the attorney in the room?
So we have to give some disclosures for compliance reasons, disclaimers, I should say. LifeWave makes no promises or guarantees regarding income. The success or failure of each LifeWave brand partner, like any other business, depends on your skills, personal effort. You should not rely on the results of other LifeWave brand partners as an indicator of what you will earn.
Also,
then LifeWave products are for general wellness and intended only to maintain or encourage a general state of health or a healthy activity. The content provided by LifeWave is presented in summary form, is general in nature, and is provided for informational purposes only. Always consult with your physician or other qualified healthcare providers before embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. Do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay in seeking it. LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices or selection. So these are just from compliance department. We have to give these disclosures. So everybody just know moving forward, if you're going to be presenting, you want to be sharing the disclaimers.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is we play a 3-minute video, explains more about the company, the team that we work with, about the opportunity. In 3 minutes, it explains more. 3 minutes, I could probably explain in 30 minutes, even though I talk very fast. So let's play this video, and then we're going to introduce our special guest speaker for today. So here we go.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
Awesome. So it's amazing the team that we're part of, and obviously the technology we're talking about. So now we're going to introduce our amazing guest speaker today. So I'll have to do that.
So we have a wonderful friend, someone who's become friend and family over the last year or so. Who's been moving up the ranks, loving the technology we have and sharing with a lot of people. So we are grateful to have our beautiful friend Renee Di Donato Eritz on here, who is a fitness trainer and a health coach for over 35 years. That is amazing. So wealth of knowledge and seen so many amazing things. And I know Renee's also invited a guest on here to speak or to share her testimony as well. So grateful to have you, Renee, and you can take it away.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? I'm going to share my screen.
Somehow it's not sharing your screen.
Is Renee there?
It looks like Renee shared herself off the meeting.
Oh,
Don't you love when that happens?
okay. So maybe.
Oh, she'll jump back on in a second. So yes. So all of a sudden it was like, where'd she go? Hold on a second. I know she just got a brand new computer, so that her name on the computer said Dell. So I said, is Dell in the house?
So
it's her name.
yeah, no, she'll get back on.
She'll be back on in a second, so hopefully she didn't have an outage. So, but anyway, so I'll tell you real quick before she jumps on. We actually, like I said, didn't know anything about the company, the technology. I had a car accident back in 2016 where someone plowed the back of my car, damaged my neck, my shoulder, my back. I had a knee injury later on that affected my right hip. So between chiropractic, acupressure, every kind of STEM technology and thing you can possibly imagine, CBD essential oils, all of it helped a little bit. But when my friend told me about this patch, crazy, amazing things happened. 3 days later, no knee pain, no hip pain, no shoulder pain, no neck pain, no back pain. I was like, what in the world is this? How does this work? And I started researching it. After about 2 hours of research, was blown away by the results. I started talking to my wife about this, and she was a little bit skeptical, to say the least. As an attorney from South Africa, she goes, I don't know what in the world you're talking about, but go get checked out by your doctor. And no, that's another Right now, just for nature sometime. And so that was one of the things that happened. So for us personally, we've been using now the patch consistently for over 3 years, and changing lives around the world. Did she say something, Mom?
She said her computer just blacked out.
Blacked out. That's always so.
Able
so
to.
see if she's gonna be able to get back on. But we'll get started, and then she'll kind of pick up from where we start here, because we want to obviously keep the time. So love technology, which is always fun. So when she jumps on, we'll get back to her. So one of the things that we'll do is go back to where we were before, kind of sharing a couple quick things, and then just let me know when she gets on, and then we can go from there. So again, so I started researching and found out more about David Schmidt. He's the CEO and inventor of X39. The thing I didn't realize, at that time he had over 120 patents, so we knew of. Now he's got over 200 patents. Talking about even having over 300 by the end of this year. Amazing inventor, just doesn't stop inventing, creating things. It's pretty amazing. He's a scientist and inventor specializing in age reversing. All of us should be very thankful for someone specializing in age reversing, because that's the big thing right now. We've been watching videos on other companies talking about doing trials and stuff like that, try to do stuff that's very, very, very expensive to do age reversing. This is phenomenal by comparison. So in 2006, he focused his attention on stem cell research, realizing that was the key to all of it. And this recent patent, basically on this product, it's a patented product, took 10 years. $4.5 million worth of research and development. And literally, when I started talking to my wife about it, she then finally saw the patent, and that's when things kind of changed. So I'll have you talk about that once we're
Yes, I was pretty skeptical, wanted nothing to do with anything that looked like a little sticker. I mean, it was like, let's go play school again, And when Greg showed it to me, I was like, there's no ways, I'm not even interested. But his result was undeniable. When you're living with someone, and for 6 years, like, they just cannot stop complaining, morning, afternoon, and evening, just the pain and the aches, and constantly complaining. And then all of a sudden that goes away. I was like, oh my goodness, something has happened here. That's when I decided I was going to take a look at the website, and I saw the patent. I was pretty excited. As an attorney, a lot of my colleagues have specialized in registering patents. So I know the amount of work, the time, the effort, and the money that actually goes into getting a patent registered. And I realized there's something right, that's good about this. I started to read it, and I saw that this particular paragraph, which was highlighted to me more specifically because I was looking for something that is in here. And it says the human body, it causes a beneficial effect by providing phototherapy to the human body as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvement in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation. That's what caught my attention. Management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production also caught my attention, and improved wound healing. And I said, oh my goodness, I have fear of missing out. I'm not going to have that negative, skeptical stance anymore. And I decided I'm going to wear it too.
Yes, and I see Renee is back, so I'm going to stop sharing real quick.
So Renee,
just you share it, because can you just,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry. What a way to do the first.
It happens. I mean, it's amazing. I had to reboot my computer before we got started. So I'll just go to the next slide, and you just say next slide, and we'll go from there. So there we go.
That's totally fine. Hi, everybody again. So how X39 works is first of all, it's proprietary form of phototherapy. So it's a patent nanocrystal technology. So there's no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants. It reflects the light to activate, similar to the way that the sun activates your body, and it says make vitamin D. It's the same type of thing. And then it's not transdermal, it's non-evasive, and there are perfectly little precise patterns on that patch that are so general. But the great thing is that it's very specific for you. That's the amazing part of it that really got me, is that, wow, it's general, but then it's specific. So then your body gets to go to work and do what it needs to do. So these benefits of X39, I can literally attest for all of them at different times. And what happens is it starts to have a domino effect. So there's overall health and wellness, of course. Improved exercise performance, I can totally speak to that. As a trainer, myself, in just teaching and also in my own types of workout, I mean, it's gone way way higher. And it's just, I'm like, whoa, this is cool. So that part of it is really great. Strength, again, on that performance part of it, I'm way stronger than I've always kind of done that type of thing, but I'm way stronger than I've ever been in my life. And I've been doing this forever. And stamina, you just feel like every day you're like, whoa, hey, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then you're like, oh, I have like 2 minutes. I could put this in there. So that's what ends up happening. I love that. So you get so many things done, but you don't feel like you're running around. It just happens because your brain starts to get better, and it just everything, you get more clarity. And the part that I love the most is there's no drugs and no stimulants at all. So you can go ahead. So these are some long-term results. And this is based, this is per case study. This isn't just like, hey, whatever. This is based on the case studies on the This Is It info. So 4,000 genes begin to reset at the beginning. I believe it's just the first few days. And that's about 1/3 of the amount of genes that you have. So they start to reset. I mean, that's really what it's about, because you're only as healthy as your cells are, specifically your stem cells, which is what this is about. So when you start doing that, it's like, wow, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. That's what got me. Your brain starts to balance, as I was talking about in the last slide. You have clarity, and you're like, oh, well, I can do this. That really happened with me in my fitness instructing, because I do it kind of off the cuff while I'm doing it. And so it's even better. It really just flows. Collagen increases. You will definitely know that. It seems like women care about that more, but I think men do too. But it definitely increases. You guys just don't act like you do, but you do. And the amazing thing is the heart reverses in age. Like, what? I mean, it reverses. And David Schmidt, he doesn't do anti-aging. He studies, as it says in the earlier, flyer, that he's age reversing. I mean, that's what he has dedicated his life to. So it's actually going backwards. Go ahead. So this is how you wear X39. You basically can wear it anywhere you want. Like David says, put it where it hurts. But the reason why you see these two things is below the belly button, and then also behind the neck, right where it's called C7, right where that bone is because when they did all the patents and everything, it had to be consistent. And plus, those are the places where there's the most nerve endings. So those are great places. But basically, you wear it for 12 hours on your body, because it's going to elevate and activate and regenerate. So this is the remarkable regeneration patch, right? So that's what it's going to do. And then when you remove it for 12 hours, so that's when it's going to rest and repair and rejuvenate. It's just similar to like whenever you work out, right? So you're building while you're strength training, that's not actually when the muscles build. They build when you're resting and rejuvenating. And it's the same type of thing. Okay. So the testimonies are absolutely emotional and life-changing. And do we want to bring Pam on now? Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So if you want to introduce Pam,
okay, sure. Absolutely. Hey, Pam, how are you? You can unmute yourself. Unmute.
She goes, how do I do this?
In the left corner, audio. Yeah. Left corner, audio. You got it?
Bottom left corner should say audio.
There you go. There you go. Hey, this is Pam, and she's a good friend of mine. And when she had a great story the very first time she used it. And you go ahead and tell that, Pam. That was amazing. I think you'll love it.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a background as to why this first day of mine was.
Yep. Uh-oh.
She's frozen.
Frozen. Okay. Yikes.
We've been having Zoom problems.
I know. What's going on today?
I know. It's like
that's always a good sign, though. That always means that, hey, it's a good. Well, I don't know.
It's an amazing testimony.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she just bounced out.
I think she lost. Well, I can tell what. There, you back on? Okay,
we're back.
Go ahead. Just tell them all the things you did that day, like where you texted me that.
Yep. So my morning routine is I get up, you go in the bathroom, you put your contacts in, you brush your teeth, you get your tea going, and I would have to walk down the steps to our basement to put wood in our furnace. Well, every step, first thing in the morning is like a toddler. It's one step at a time because of all the stuff I've done throughout the years with the horses and everything.
It's not liking it.
No. This has happened to us multiple times, and unfortunately, this is what happens. So hopefully, she's going to be back on in a second. And then Renee, if you want to share real quick what
I was
else
gonna say,
you
while I'll get tell her part, like
Yeah,
while she's saying that,
this thing
you
keeps disconnecting.
yeah, you back on, hon? Okay.
Yeah, I'm back on. But I don't know where you didn't hear me last.
We said you went down the steps like a toddler.
Yeah, and then because my knees hurt. And so I got all the way down the steps and I'm like, "Wait a minute. I just went all the way down the steps and it wasn't one step at a time." So I went back up and then I went back down again. And I had the patch on for 15 minutes at that point.
Wow.
And my knees are, well, I can't say I don't have an occasional ache and pain, but in the morning, my knees do not hurt like they did. And I can one step at a time. But doing hay bales and working on a farm and working with the horses and all of the jobs I've had, my body has just gone through a lot. And I have been on the patch for a year now, a little over a year. There's been an amazing transformation of several different things. And you do detox, and you can detox in a million different ways. So when they say that this patch knows where to go, it knows where to go because I have had things come up in the last year that I had no idea that this patch knows more about me than I do. So I love it. I think it's great.
That's great. Thanks so much, Pam. That's
Yep.
perfect. That's perfect. Exactly.
Thank you so much, Pam. That's fantastic. So go ahead, Renee. So share yours.
No, she texted me and it was like a minute. She had to patch for like a minute. She's like, so I baled some hay. I did this, and she named like 15 things like in a row that she did because as she said she has and I'm like cracking up laughing like at it because she did like every little. I've never done this, and that was one of my favorite ones that I ever received was that. It's just so fun, just so fun to hear all the testimonies, and like she said, it really knows where it's going. I always call it the peace of mind patch because you have total peace of mind that your body is doing what it needs to in the order. That's one of the most important things because then it just goes the domino effect because this thing will affect something. Because when something's hurting, it's usually not that thing. It's your body. Your pain is protection for your body, and your body will always talk to you. So it's going, oh, you actually need this, even though you think this is, and then it just keeps on going. So that's what I love about it from my point of view as a body person. That's what I love is just to like it takes over and just does what you need.
That's amazing. That's
Wow,
awesome.
great testimony. Thank you,
Yes.
Pam, for sharing.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'll go to the next slide here. So you
Yeah.
go.
So this is if you're listening to this for the first time or whatever, this is where our informational website. This is at info.com. There you can find all type of information. You can find the patents, the research. You can listen to the inventor. You can hear from doctors. You can hear personal testimonies. And there's nothing selling on this or anything. This is just information that you would need to go to see everything. So this is LifeWave in 2021. Like, so they're a $20 billion company and have already been around for a while. And a lot of times companies, that's when they start to reach momentum, right? In their life of business. But 2021 is right after the X39 was really starting to be introduced. And it was a $20 million company. A year later, it goes to 320 million. So that's 300 million that it increased just in 1 year. 2023, 430. By 2024, we're at 600 million. And that's just introducing the X39. And the cool thing is that right at 2025, that was a push for $1 billion. From what I understand, you guys, it didn't quite get there, but it was really, really close. So you can see how this is in momentum, which is unheard of for a company to do after 20 years. And we're actually in 80 different countries, which is absolutely amazing. So LifeWave is now ranked the #1 in momentum in direct marketing companies. And I was looking at this really close, and it's just amazing if you look at all this. The thing that I see the most that stands out to me is the estimated commission payout right there is 60%. That, you know, I've been in other companies before, and that's unheard of that the company pays out that. But if you just look at that growth there, and you look at the amount of money that goes out from the company to the people that share the information, it's ridiculously cool. So #1 in momentum. And LifeWave wins in 2025 the Biotech Breakthrough Award. This product was the stem cell innovation of the year in 2025 from Biotech Breakthrough Awards program. And there are thousands of nominations from over 15 different countries. So it's not just like, hey, you won this award. I mean, there's a ton of applicants. So yay, LifeWave on that.
I thought I was unmuted. There you go. Well, we'll take over from here. So thank you, Renee, for sharing a lot about the product, the company, and things like that too. The one thing we're going to shift right now and talk a little bit more about from a compensation standpoint, because there is an opportunity here. This is an opportunity meeting because we're sharing this, and it's by word of mouth marketing. So thus the reason why you're here is because we want to share this with others. So a lot of times when you look at different things, it's very rare that you get, pretty much offered an opportunity like this. We only usually get a couple of these opportunities in our lifetime for a company like this, a product like this. But the big thing you got to think about is what's really important in your life. Because anytime you take on something new, you really have to have a reason why to do that. It's just like the same thing. I'm going to go back to school to get my master's, or I'm going to take on, I want to lose 30 pounds or do whatever it is, right? You're going to have a reason why to do it. And this just lists some of the different ones in here. So if you want to even put in the chat, maybe something that's important to you, could be one of these things, could be family time. That's huge for us. My wife is from South Africa. So being able to spend time with her family in South Africa, her whole family lives in South Africa. We live in Florida, not exactly right around the block. It takes like a full day to even get there. Security. We're talking about, once again, we're not talking about bars on windows and barbed wire fences. We're talking about financial security. If that's important to you, put security in there. Once again, travel, that's a big one for us. If I could give you plane tickets anywhere in the world that you wanted to go to and basically paid for it and actually set you up with a hotel and a resort and everything else, where would you want to go to? Where are some places you like to travel? I know we're actually having one of our dream trips that I've always wanted to go on. I've been to 48 states before. I've never been to Hawaii or North Dakota. There's no 2 states I haven't been to. So we're going to Hawaii in May. We earned that through the business. We actually earned that trip, which is pretty exciting. But if you wanted to go somewhere, where would you want to go? I guarantee you a lot of people put in South Africa. I'd like to go to South Africa, right? Some places better health. Really, your better health is your better wealth, right? I mean, health is your wealth. So we always say when you have someone that's not so healthy in your home, it affects the whole family. It affects everybody. What if everybody had optimal health? What a difference that makes. And how about less debt? How about zero debt? I know there's a lot of people that put in different things as far as specifically going, yes, debt free, or paying off my bills, or paying my bills on time, or hey, I'd like to get a new car. I'd like to be able to travel, whatever it is. The #1 thing for me was independence. I was working a job that was not something I really, the company was a very good company, sales a good company, but the management style shifted from basically a mentorship management to a tour mentorship management. And it was toxic. I didn't like it at all. I didn't want to be micromanaged, and my freedom got taken away, and I was making less and less money doing menial tasks that didn't work. So this came along within 14 months with the help of my wife, the help of our team, help of God, thank you, Jesus. Literally within 14 months replaced my 6-figure income, and months later was able to fire my job. I didn't get fired. I fired them. I said, I'm making more money part-time than you pay me full-time. So you give my job to someone who needs it. I'm done. And thank you, Lord, because our business has skyrocketed since then. We have business now in 41 countries around the world because of my amazing wife. So once again, whatever your dreams are, that's what you want to focus on, because that is what's going to help propel you to change lives around the world by helping people. I'm going to talk more about this.
So, we all well, we started off in conventional business, and we are multiple stream income people, so we still kind of have conventional business. Sometimes you can't step away completely just because, like, when you got a law degree, you got a law degree. That's the kind of service you want to offer. But the nice thing is, I saw this and I said to myself, my goodness, the startup costs for opening the legal office just on a daily basis, switching on the lights and having someone there to run it, and then pay your annual dues and keep up to date with education. The startup costs or something like that is expensive. And our LifeWave business, I looked at the startup costs and I said, oh my goodness, is this it? Really?
Yeah.
So it is so affordable. High risk for conventional business, because a lot of times people start with something and they're not sure whether it's going to actually be there tomorrow. Whereas our LifeWave business, we have a 30-day risk-free trial. Everybody gets that. And that's amazing. Long hours, when you're in business for yourself, whereas here we make our own schedule. Why? Because we talk about duplication and we duplicate a system that's already working. Trial and error with conventional business and LifeWave business, 20 plus year track record because of a system that is simple. And what we do is we just duplicate. We tell everybody to do the same thing. Nobody can walk into a law office and take on someone's case. They don't have to go to law school. But here we have, everybody can do this. It's affordable and it's inclusive.
Yeah. And one thing we always have to talk about, because we are going to talk about money here, we get the earnings disclosure. Every company has to share this when you're sharing an opportunity. There's no way I'm going to read this whole thing, so feel free to screenshot this. You can also go to lifewave.com and they got the same disclosure that's on there, but it shows basically the potential earnings. I always tell people it's based upon you. It's based upon your, it's potential. It's all based upon you, based upon your ambition. We've been very successful with it, but there's other people that haven't. It's really based upon you.
And it's average earnings as well. So
exactly.
So really, if you put your efforts in, which we decided to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw this is too good not to share.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And everybody has stem cells and everybody needs it.
Yeah.
And nobody knew about it. Well, still nobody knows about it. In
No.
fact, I was speaking to someone the other day. I was pretty sure that they would have heard about it because they often get involved in these biohacking, cutting edge things. And I was surprised they hadn't even heard of it. So I was like, my gosh, there's your next door neighbor, talk to them. So many people that still need to hear. So, David, he saw that there is an opportunity and there are opportunities around there, and he looked for solutions, to these opportunities and to the problems that needed to be solved. The market is oversaturated with a lot of products. I don't like to say the word illegitimate because there are a lot of products that are legitimate. I mean, you shampoo, skincare, hair care, vitamins, supplements. A lot of people are talking about that. But the thing is, it is saturated because it is so competitive. You can go to Walgreens, you can go to CVS, you can go to Dis-Chem and buy skincare. A lot of our small business owner friends actually have skincare. So we choose to support them, But, we have the option of going anywhere else, whereas LifeWave has a patented phototherapy technology.
Yep.
Okay, nobody else has it. Current problem is financial struggles. A lot of people have too much month and too little money. And here we have a duplicatable business model, which everybody can just simply plug and play, turn the key, and get the results that all the others are getting. Poor health and wellness, we see a community that are just struggling, sick and tired of being sick and tired, and LifeWave offers optimal health and wellness like Renee showed us earlier.
Yeah, and I always say imagine there's a product that everybody was looking for, because most people, when you think about, have challenges, or they got family that has challenges, or some of the things we were just talking about. And what if you had an opportunity then to share this amazing product with them, but they don't know about it? And what if you had the opportunity now to be compensated from that by basically just sharing? I mean, we always share a good recipe, a good movie. So we see something really neat, or we try something. We're like, wow, you got to try this. This is fantastic. We're promoting all the time and sharing stuff. Now, when you share this amazing technology, the company compensates you. So we're going to talk about really 4 different ways. There's 9 ways you can actually earn money from this. But we're going to kind of highlight a couple different ones because, again, I'm not going to go through all 9 and take a little bit longer. So explaining from a standpoint that you get started as a brand partner. As a brand partner, now you get the product at wholesale. I always said, would you rather pay retail or would you rather get it at wholesale? Then I would say, if you're going to get it at wholesale, which everybody says they want to get wholesale, the second part is that would you like the opportunity to get your product for free, basically, where you now get compensated, so it overruns the cost. So now you don't have to pay for the product. The compensation does that. And most people go, yeah, how does that work? Well, it's pretty simple. It's getting started. It's as easy as placing friends and acquaintances on the left and right on what they call a binary. When you get started, you're a brand partner, and this could be your sister. You get her started. This could be a best friend. This could be a cousin. This could be a neighbor. It could be whoever it is. It's as easy as getting some people involved. Now, it could be 4, it could be 8, it could be 16, it could be 100. There's no limit to this, but just use the example of 4. Imagine that we just started with 4 and help your sister get 4, help your best friend get 4, help your cousin get 4, your neighbor get 4. And now what starts happening, they start finding people who are interested and starts growing. And there's really 4 different ranks in here. They got what's called a manager, then there's directors, there's executives, and presidential. So we have 1, 2, 3-star manager, 1, 2, 3-star director, 1, 2, 3-star executive, 1, 2, 3-star presidential. And as you hit these different ranks, just by bringing people in, other people bringing in, you actually get compensated more and more and more. Now, these are maximum binary bonus earnings. So at a 3-star manager, you can max it out at $1,500 a week. Now, once again, it doesn't start there. It starts at 100 and 200 and 300, for us growing and growing and growing. But imagine you get to the point where you're making $1,500 a week. How does your life change at that point? We got people that are actually making that money pretty quickly. And again, over time, by comparison, normal businesses take a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to start making a profit. You can start making profit right out of the gate by actually helping you. But the way you maximize it is that actually you max out at $25,000 a week from just this one way. It's capped there, not a bad cap, $1.3 million cap. But again, that's just 1 out of 9 ways that you can actually earn income. So how do we get started? You see, it says 3-star manager. Well, how do you become a 1 or 2-star manager? Well, a 1 or 2-star manager, we help you launch your business. And these are called launch bonuses, not lunch like eating lunch. It's launch like a rocket. Launch bonuses. So what happens is you get started. Once again, let's talk about your sister and maybe your best friend. Help those 2 get started. We call it out of the gate in 48. So our goal for you is within 48 hours is help you find 2 people, 1 left, 1 right, help them do what's considered 300 points. We'll talk more about that. But what happens is that we get them set up on a subscription. And now you actually set up, you're now making an additional $25 a week for the next 8 weeks. I saw that. I said, that's an extra bonus. It's something they've never had before. It's brand new that they just started doing this. Now what happens is out of the gate in 48, then we want to help you put another one left, another one right by Monday night. So we say left and right by Monday night. So now you got 4 people on your team within the first week, and you start making that extra $50 a week. That's an extra $200 a month just on top of what you'd normally be earning. There's a lot of other ways we make money. I'm not going to go through all those, but just show you an example of how to get started. The best part about this is when we start looking at the big money, this is what my wife and I got very excited about.
Yeah, so we saw the opportunity to make some really good money, but it maxes out, so it's limited. When we saw the mentor matching bonus and we realized, my gosh, this is unlimited income earning potential, unlimited. Okay, so that means you can write your paycheck. It just depends on how big you think and how much ambition you have to want to get out there and share this with absolutely everybody, because the company is recognizing your ability to actually help people. So this is not just about us. This is about us making a decision to get started, but then realizing that this is too good not to share, and to go out there and help others get their business launched, get it off the ground and get them successful. So we go in and we work with the people that we're sharing with. We don't just stick them in and, oh, good luck to you. No, we actually mentor them. We coach them, we help them. And it's not a lot of our effort. It's just literally telling them the system that we already have, which is duplicatable. So this mentor matching bonus, it pays up to $20,000 per person per week on up to 6 levels deep. Generation one, generation two. Now, generation one, just to explain that quickly and to let you know that it caps out at $20,000 per person per week. Okay. So that's why it's unlimited. They don't tell you only 10 people. They don't tell you only 5 people. It's however many are ranking up, and you see the different ranks, you see the different percentages. And right now, the company has made some changes, which we will be talking about in our leaders training, but it's even better than this. Okay. It's even better than this. But what I wanted to say is your generation one is you get started like Renee made a decision to get started, and then she shared with Pam. So Pam is Renee's first generation. Pam goes, and you can have as many people on your first generation as you want. So it's not just Pam, it could be 20 wide, okay? Generation 2 would be the people that Pam has shared with. And Pam might share with 50 people, and that would be 50 people on Renee's second generation, and so on as you go down all the way to generation 6. So this is unlimited, people. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do people actually make these big paychecks on a weekly basis? This is it.
That's right. And so it's interesting as an example, for us, you talk about us in a relationship with Renee, my daughter actually and her husband got started generation one. They helped out actually Ricardo and Heather Ivory, who helped out David and Amy Libdan, who helped Dennis and Delora O'Brien, who helped out Renee and Rick Garrett. So it's interesting. They're generation 5, but we're still working there. Our goal is once again to help, Pam. We want to help Pam get helping people, because it just keeps on growing and growing and growing. And that's what leaders do. So we're mentoring people, helping people. And if you like the idea of being mentored and being able to help other people as well, this is it. It's a phenomenal, amazing program. So this is a system allows you to duplicate your efforts. And really what happens, you get started and find somebody who finds somebody, who finds somebody, who finds somebody, who finds somebody, who finds somebody. It's just, that's what happens. And so what's great about word of mouth marketing is that you get started and then you just start sharing and things start happening. So we have I always say I can have in my life. We had a people over on Friday and we moved all our stuff around. But it's interesting that I don't have it here. So anyway, so we have an application that we use. But in order to get started, there's really several different ways you can start it. As a brand partner, there's really 4 ways to actually start your business. And it's all based upon your, obviously, what kind of, how you want to start. We tell people, we always say, look at it from a core is someone who says, hey, I just want to maybe just try the product. I may want to just, maybe down the road do something. Advanced is what I call good. It's a good package. This is better and this is best. So it's a good, better, best. And I do tell people, once again, when we look at all these different packages, a core, you now get the product for less than $100 a sleeve. So what happens is that normally it's $150 for a 30-day supply. One sleeve's got 30 patches in it, so it's a 1-month supply. So for the whole month of March, I'll use one sleeve. My wife will use one sleeve. And then what happens when people say, I really want to develop business, I recommend the advanced or higher. The reason why is because now you get a lower price, but this also sets you up that you can make unlimited income. Here you can only make up to $100 a week. Or this one you can make as much as you want. So when we looked at the program, we wanted to get the best bang for the buck. And this is really by far the best bang for the buck. We got the premium package. Not everybody can do that. But to me, I made the investment. My wife even said to me, she goes, you better make that money back. And I said, yes, ma'am. Yeah. So what happened is we got these sleeves, and it was not so we could just hand them out or people try it or pull out a bunch of patches and start hand patches. What we did is they told us exactly what we need to do. We have instructions, so we're going to give you the same instructions. When you have a lot of product like this, now what happens is when someone says, yes, I want to get started, we register them. We have them fill out the form or basically get them signed up online. And then what we do, if they're local to us, we'll lend them a sleeve and say, tell you what, I'm going to give you a brand new sleeve, open it up. We open it up and put a patch right on them. And then say, when your product comes in 4, 5, 6 days later, I would like you to just give me a call and we'll meet up and just give me one back. So we call it place and replace. Place and replace, place and replace, place and replace. Because we don't know if it's going to be the first patch like Pam, or it could be like for me, the third patch, or some other people, my wife took like about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Other people take months. Some people take months. Everybody is different. 97% of the people, according to all the studies they've done, see results within 90 days, 97%. So you want to give yourself time to basically utilize it. Your body didn't happen that way overnight. So if you've got some challenges, give your body time to actually basically do what it needs to do, because it really does do what it's supposed to do. And so what we do then also get people set up on a subscription. But even on the premium, you get enough patches that you don't have to even buy any product for 90 days. So you cover from March, April, May. You don't have to buy anything until June. We love that idea. It saved us money, saved us time. So there's a power in the premium that we do recommend. But whatever you want to start at is what you want to do. So it's pretty simple. So I'm going to kind of share more of the system
Yeah,
and then we'll wrap
so
up.
Renee shared, this is at info.com, which is the website that has all the information that you need to share with people. No one can purchase off that site, but this is a team.com. Write that website down because you want to be going there. If you're the kind of person who says, you know what, I want to find out how I can actually make unlimited income earning potential. What is it that I need to do? The nuts and bolts. Well, it's all there. There's little short form tutorials that you can listen to. It's like the training manual of how to be successful in this opportunity. And these websites were put together by Steve and Gina Merritt. This is a team leaders. We do not get billed for this. It is these are tools,
Yes.
tools that we are using. And, you know, when we just follow their guide, their lead, step by step, you will, you know, depending, like, obviously on your efforts and your ambition level and the people that you know, your team of people, your community, you will get success, you know. We can't really guarantee it, but in all honesty, we saw that. All we did was just plug and play and copy the leader. We copied the leader, and, you know, that is it. So great website.
And the truth about it too is that you look at traditional businesses, the expenses and the monthly cost. Our monthly cost is 2 sleeves. I get a sleeve. My wife gets a sleeve. It's $200 a month. Well, $220 with tax and shipping, right? I mean, it's like by comparison. I tell people that are business owners are like, "What's the catch?" I said, "There's no catch. It's just a matter of sharing with others." And that's what happens. So the really thing is, it's not, now is the time to make your move. You know, if you're serious about your dreams and there really is hope for your future. That's one thing we tell people all the time, is that we're trying to help people to understand this is an opportunity of a lifetime. It really, really is. And so we always tell people, you know, check it out again. Also get back to the person, you know, that talked to you about this and tell them about, you know, where you're at with this. I always call it a 3, 2, 1 launch, right? And number 3 be someone who says, you know what, I'm interested. I like the product. Can I just get the product? That'd be great. Let them know you're a number 3. A number 2 is like, yeah, I want the product, but I may be interested in the business. Can you send me more information on the business, or can I see this again? When's the next time you're going to do Zoom? And a number 1 is like, I'm ready. I want to get started. I like the idea of everything you just talked about. Just let them know you're a 1 and we'll get you launched, right? And that's pretty much it. So let them know if you're 3, 2, or 1, help them, and they'll help you get started. The one thing I do want to let people know that actually tonight, at 8 o'clock tonight, and then 10 o'clock again, Eastern Standard Time, if you're here in the United States, actually Joe Navarro, he is a rock star. He's phenomenal. Again, you think I talk fast, he talks fast too. So he's just got tons of confidence. He's building a massive business. We're good friends with him. Great guy. He's doing that tonight. The women, they have the ladies. So we're going to talk about this on Wednesday.
Yes, so women, come and join us on Wednesday. Diana and I co-host. Sometimes we have a guest co-hosting with us, but it's just a community for women to come and just share from our hearts. We do a presentation, very, very brief, very short. And then we share testimonies and the how-tos, etc., and just there to support one another. So join us on Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard, and everybody knows we do send that link out on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then just let the person know who invited you. Say, yeah, I'd like to be a part of that. No men allowed here. I don't see any guys on here. No dudes on here. Anyway, so Wednesday night, also Care Represent. I don't have that slide, but next week, and then also Wednesday, also night is a leadership Zoom that we do before Care Roberson's doing the meeting at 8 o'clock. We're doing the book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. So if you love learning about leadership, we highly recommend this book. Once again, we're now in the 3rd chapter of this. It's a 21-week study that we're doing 1 chapter per week. It is absolutely brilliant, and I think that's it. So we've got some other incentives that we have coming up, and we'll talk more about those actually at the on the leadership Zoom. So Renee, you are amazing. I'm glad that and she's also very flexible. When a computer blows up, what do? You figure
go to the old one. Go to the old computer.
That's right. Go from the new to the old. That's right. Whatever it takes.
Old school is new school. But thank you, Pam, also for joining on and for sharing your testimony. That's amazing. I mean, 15 minutes and just like that. That is amazing.
I love One Patch Wonders. It's amazing. Yeah. People that patch on wonder why I can run up and down stairs. So
and next week, every Monday we are here.
Yep.
You know, if it's not us, we have people that will be presenting the opportunity. The good thing is that this is where you bring your friends, so you don't have to do the explaining. They will come and see the presentation. Somebody else will present to them. But do bring a guest next week. That's our recommendation. You don't want to be keeping this a secret.
Yep, absolutely. So, and the one thing we always tell people, there's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world today. I mean, it's pretty amazing what's going on around the world. But the one thing we do know for certain is
This
This is it. So we're super excited to have you here. If you're going to be on leadership, ask the person who invited you. Say, hey, can I get on the leadership? If you are interested in building a business, we're not going to be going more over the product. We're going over business building. And we got some amazing things to share. So you're going to want to let everybody know, hey guys, get on the leadership meeting so that you can learn more about the new promotion that's going on. And it's super, super excited what's going on. So otherwise, God bless you guys. Have an amazing day.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, thank you again, Renee.
Thanks.
Thank you
10 minutes.
again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Say hi to
Bye.
Rick for us.
Yes,
Bye.
give Rick a big hug for us. Awesome. Talk to you in a little bit.